Lesia Ukrainka, Forest Song, translated by Percival Gandhi. Fairy drama in 3 acts. Prologue. A dense and hoary primeval forest in Volhynia. The scene is a spacious glade in the heart of the forest, dotted with willows, and one very old oak. At one end, the glade turns into tussocks and reedy growths, and then into a vivid green marsh, the shore of a woodland lake formed by a stream which runs through the forest. The stream emerges from a dense thicket, empties into the lake, and comes out at the end of it, only to lose itself again in the undergrowth. The lake itself is a placid sheet of calm water, covered with duckweed and water lilies, except for a clean open space in the center. The spot is wild and mysterious, but not gloomy, filled with the tender, pensive beauty of Polisia, the wooded part of the province of Volhynia. It is very early spring. Along the edge of the forest and in the glade, the first green is showing, and hepaticas and anemones are in bloom. The trees are still leafless, but their leaf buds are about to open. A mist hangs over the lake, at times concealing it entirely, but when moved by the wind, the mist opens up, displaying the pale blue water. A roaring is heard from the forest. The stream begins to foam and clatter. Then, together with its waters, out of the forest there comes racing he who runs the dikes. He is a youth with blue eyes who makes expansive motions as though he were swimming. His clothing is constantly changing in color from turbid yellow to clear blue, and at times he emits swift golden sparks. Rushing with the current into the lake, he begins to circle around on the clear open space, agitating the somnolent water. The mist dissolves and the water becomes bluer and bluer. Down from the mountain into valley, skipping racing, Forsyth Sally, all the villages are quaking, as the dikes and dams are breaking. When folk try to dam the water, to their work I give no quarter. For wild waters of the spring, like wild youth, must have their fling. He continues to agitate the water more and more, plunging and then emerging as though seeking something. 2 lost babes. Tiny pale infants in scanty white shirts who come up to the surface among the water lilies. Why do you come hither blundering? Why do you disturb our slumbering? Here our mother made our nest, laid us gently down to rest, o'er the stones and o'er the gravel. She laid reeds to make it level, lily pads she gave for covering, and we heard her softly singing, la 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 lullaby. Sleep, my darlings, mother's nigh. Why do you come us to scare? Whom is it you're seeking here? That Rusalka Blithen Kittle, whom I've loved since I was little, who are of water nymphs so queenly, there is none I love more keenly. I have coursed all over the mountains, valleys, ravines, springs and fountains. Lovelier spirit of the mare, none there is than who dwells here. Into foam, this lake I'll jump, seeking her for whom I yearn. He agitates the water tempestuously, the lost babes. Please, oh please, be not so savage, or our home you'll surely ravage. One small cave, for there's none other than the one found by our mother. Humble is the place we own, Father's love we've never known. To seize him by the hand, beseeching him, we'll dive down to depths profound, where no light or warmth is found. There Rusalka watches keeping, where a fisher drowned is sleeping. Let her leave him lying there, straight away let her come up here. The lost babes dive down into the lake. Come up, love, I say. Rusalka comes up out of the water, smiling alluringly, joyfully clapping her hands. She's wearing 2 chaplets, the larger one green, the other small like a crown of pearls, from which there hangs a veil. Ah, 'tis you, my sweetheart gay, he who rents the dikes. Why all this delay? Rusalka, she starts to swim as though to meet him, but wears a sigh avoiding him. All the night, dear, I've been yearning, all the many tears I wept, in a silver cup I've kept. Without you, the tears, my lover, filled the cup till it brimmed over. She claps her hands, darts forward as though to meet his embrace, but again swerves aside and avoids him. Some gold to the bottom fling, and baptize the wedding ring. She laughs in bell-like tones. Ah, 'tis gold that you desire, says he who rents the dikes. You who dwell down in the mire. Truly my Rusalka owns, she loves best at dead man's bones. Sitting there, dearest wish, guarding him from crabs and fish, lest they further him deface. What a lover's trysting place. Rusalka swims closer, takes him by the hand and looks up into his face. Why so angry, say? I know something you revealer. Oh, you handsome heart beguiler. While you were away, a miller's maid seemed fair, so you forgot me here. Winter nights were cruel, dark eyes furnished fuel. When a maid's not cold, gentlemen give cold. She shakes her finger at him and laughs lightly. Well do I perceive that you can deceive, yet I pardon you, for I love you true. For a lengthy second I'll be yours most loyal. For a moment's space I'll give a love that's royal. Fool me, and I'm through. The water keeps no traces, no more than our embraces. 'Tis transient as your leaving, as fleeting as my giving. He who rents the dikes, with a conclusive movement, he stretches out his hand to Rusalka. Anyway, 'tis spring. O'er the lake, let's take a fling. Rusalka seizing his hand, she circles around swiftly. By the little lakelet, o'er its yellow sands, with my pearly chaplet, I fly in the dance. They whoop and splash and dash the water about. The water surges and beats against the shore till the weeds and reeds begin to thrash about, and the startled birds in swamps flies up out of them in fright. Water goblin. He rides up from the middle of the lake. He's a very ancient grey old man with long hair and a long white beard. He's covered with a mess of weeds hanging down to his girdle. His garments are the color of mud, and on his head is a crown of shells. His voice is hollow but robust. Who's this who dares disturb our tranquil lake? Rusalka and her partner stop, then flee asunder in haste. For shame, my daughter, should the water's queen be romping with a stranger? Shame on you. Rusalka, he's not a stranger, father, don't you see? 'Tis he who rents the dikes. Water goblin, I know. He's not original, though watery birth. Deceitful and malicious are his ways. In spring he raves, he agitates, despoils, rips from the lake its glorious crown of green, the year-long husbandry of water nymphs, affrights our guards, the wise and watchful birds. The roots of widowed willows undermines, upon the poor lost babes he flings and pours, a stunning mass of dreadful deluge, destroys the smoothness of my level sands, and wrecks the tranquil peace of my old age. But where is he in summer? Where is he when the insatiate sun the water drinks? From out my cup like gryphon mad with thirst, when reeds and rushes faint for a lack of drink, and withering die on my arid banks, when lilies perishing bend low their heads towards the warm water to relieve their thirst, where is he then? During this harangue he rents the dikes, stealthily nods at Rusalka, inviting her to flee with him down the stream. Why, father in the sea, 'tis then that ocean calls me to his aid, so that the sun may not drink his cup dry. And when the sea king calls, one must obey. It is my duty, that you know right well. So you're in the sea, but as for me, if 'twere not for the help that I receive from my old trusty friend, the autumn rain, I'd die, evaporate in mist. Rusalka says, but sir, the mist can never die, for out of mist the water comes again. How wise are you, back down below, enough of chattering. At once, dear father, lo, he's disappeared. Well, now I'll comb these tangled water plants. Taking out of her girdle a comb made of shell, she begins to comb out and smooth the growths along the shore. Water goblin, yes, comb them out. I like to see things neat. Stick to your combing. Meanwhile, I'll stay here until you get it done. And tidy up the water lilies so they spread out flat, and badge the duckweed carpet that's been torn by that bold vagabond. Yes, father, yes. Water goblin settles down comfortably in the reeds, following Rusalka's work with his eyes until they gradually close in sleep. He who runs the dike stealthily emerges to Rusalka. Hide behind the willow tree. After looking around at Water Goblin, Rusalka does so. Let us fly. Come, fly with me. If you're not afraid, where the mill race runs so gay, there we'll tear the dam away and we'll drown the miller's maid. He seizes Rusalka by the hand and speeds with her across the lake. Not far on the other side, Rusalka stops. Good grief, I've got about an ancient oak. This awakens Water Goblin, who Rusalka and seizes her. "What's doing here, you cursed rogue? You learned the cost of leading water sylphs astray. I lay complaint about you to your dam, the mountain snowstorm, so beware, you'll pay." He who runs the dikes, bursting into loud laughter. "Until that happens, I'll just take my fling. Goodbye, Rusalka. Fill your silver cup." He rushes into the stream and disappears. Water goblin to Rusalka. "Go down below. Don't dare to rise again above the surface for 3 moonlit nights." "How long is it since all the water nymphs have been your slaves in the same lake? I'm free as water is. In my domain, all waters must their limits recognize. Go down below." "I won't." So you won't? Then give me back that pearly chaplet." "No, the sea king's son gave me this pearly crown." "You don't deserve to wear a crown like that. And for your disobedience, you'll go to him who dwells in rock." Rusalka is horror-struck. "Oh, father, no, I'll be obedient." "Then go below." Rusalka slowly sinking in the water. I'll go, I may amuse myself with the dead fisher lad. For all I care." Rusalka reluctantly sinks in the water up to her shoulders and mournfully smiling gazes up at him. "How strange you are. I do this for your sake. This vagabond would simply ruin you. He'll drag you all along the bristling bed of some fierce woodland stream and mutilate your fair white body, then abandon you in parts unknown." "But he was beautiful." "You're at your tricks again." No, I go." She dives under. Water goblin looking up at the sky. The young spring sun already grows quite hot. It's stifling here. I must cool off a bit. He also dies down under the water.